Blois is a city in the capital of Loir-et-Cher department in central France, situated on the banks of the Loire River Loire between Orléans and Tours. History. Though of ancient origin, Blois is first distinctly mentioned by Gregory of Tours in the 6th century, and the city gained some notability in the 9th century, when it became the seat of a powerful countship with a blessem castruma. In 1171, Blois was the site of a blood libel against its Jewish community that led to 31 Jews being burned to death. Their martyrdom also contributed to a prominent and durable school of poetry inspired by Christian persecution. In 1196, Count Louis granted privileges to the townsmen. A commune, which survived throughout the Middle Ages, probably dated from this time. The counts of the Car-Centillan line resided at Blois more often than their predecessors, and the oldest parts of the Car-Centau were built by them. In 1429, Joan of Arc made Blois her base of operations for the relief of all the copyrights. Joan of Arc rode the 35 miles on Wednesday 29 April to Blois to relieve all the copyrights. After his captivity in England, Charles of all the copyrights in 1440 took up his residence in the Car-Centau, where in 1462 his son, afterwards Louis XII, was born. In the 16th century Blois was often the resort of the French court. The Treaty of Blois, which temporarily halted the Italian wars, was signed there in 1504–1505. The city's inhabitants included many Calvinists, and in 1562 and 1567 it was the scene of struggles between them and the supporters of the Catholic Church. In 1576 and 1588 Henri III, King of France, chose Blois as the meeting place of the States General, and in 1588 he brought about the murders of Henry, Duke of Guise, and his brother, Louis, Archbishop of Reims and Cardinal, in the Car-Centau, where their deaths were shortly followed by that of the Queen Mother, Catherine de' Medici. From 1617 to 1619 Marie de' Medici, wife of King Henri IV, exiled from the court, lived at the Car-Centau, which was soon afterwards given by King Louis XIII to his brother Gaston, Duke of all the copyrights, who lived there till his death in 1660. The bishopric, seated at Blois Cathedral, dates from the end of the 17th century. In 1814 Blois was for a short time the seat of the regency of Marie-Louise, wife of Napoleon I. Blois was occupied during World War II by the German army, which took the city on June 18, 1940. The city was liberated by American soldiers during the last 2 weeks of August 1944. On both occasions, the city withstood several days of bombing. Population. Sites. The Car-Centau de Blois, a Renaissance Car-Centau once occupied by King Louis XII, is located in the center of the city, and an 18th-century stone bridge spans the Loire. As Blois is built on a pair of steep hills, winding and steep pathways run through the city, culminating in long staircases at various points. To the south of the city, the Forêt de Rossi is a reminder of the thick woods that once covered the area. La Maison de l'Amigué Robert Houdin is a museum fronting on the Car-Centau. As a museum of France, it is the only public museum in Europe which incorporates in one place collections of magic and a site for permanent performing arts, and is directly linked to the personality of Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin. Transport. The Gare de Blois railway station offers direct connections to Paris, all the copyrights, Tours, Nantes and several regional destinations. The A10 motorway connects Blois with Paris, all the copyrights and Tours. Personalities. Blois was the birthplace of Fabois, Stephen, King of England from 1135 to 1154. Louis XII, King of France from 1498 to 1515, Jean Morin, theologian and biblical scholar of Protestant parents, Denis Papin, physicist, mathematician and inventor, Thomas de Mailly, Marquis de Favras, royalist, Jean-Marie Pardessus, lawyer, Jacques-Nicolas Augustin Thierry, historian, Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin, magician, Rena copyright Goe copyright non-author, philosopher, social critic, the founder of the traditionalist school, Philippe Arias, medievalist and historian, Claudine Dory, photographer, Sonia Bonpastor, female footballer, Elie Sissoko, footballer of Senegalese descent, Bernard Onango-Ita, a footballer, Nicolas Vogandy, cyclist, Corentin Jean, footballer. International relations. Blois is twinned with Waldshut-Engine, Germany, since June 30, 1963, Weimar, Germany, since February 18, 1995, Louis, United Kingdom, since June 30, 1963, Sighiora, Romania, since November 18, 1995, Urbino, Italy, since May 1, 2003, Hue, Vietnam, since May 23, 2007. Fictional references: Athos, the Count of La Fare has a castle in Blois, in 20 Years After, and the Vicomte de Bragelonne. References. External links: official website, documentary photography of Blois by Sef, Jewish Encyclopedia entry, INSEE commune file.